Welcome to Business Inspire, where we celebrate entrepreneurs who are driving change and empowering communities. Today we're joined by a dynamic businesswoman, Jacqueline Bentick-Tull, who first made her mark in the transportation industry, building a company that keeps Guyana moving. She later expanded her vision into the world of jewelry with Regal Radiance Gems, blending creativity with resilience. Jacqueline's journey is a powerful example of independence, innovation, and women leading with purpose. Jacqueline, thank you very much for joining us.
And thank you for having me.
Now, what inspired you to start the transportation business?
My transportation journey started when I was employed as a government employee, knowing that these government agencies from time to time would need transportation to either conduct a survey or for employees. So I have decided to go into that direction. At that time, it was very lucrative. So I decided after my retirement that I'm going to establish my own transportation company.
And how long after retirement were you able to make this a reality?
Shortly after I retired. In 2022, I registered my business, but shortly after my retirement, I made it a reality.
What sort of services do you provide?
I provide several main services, mostly in the coastal regions of Guyana, such as contract transportation for clients. I have airport shuttles with a meet and greet aspect attached to that. I also do event transportation for persons that would like to go to weddings or conferences or any gathering, special gathering. And on the requests by clients, I would do tours on the coast, only on the coast.
So I know that the transportation service in Guyana is mainly male dominated. How have you been able, to make your way and to, remain competitive and relevant in this industry?
Relevance for Tull's transportation services came about because I have a structured professional service, right, which is locally rooted. And what I would normally do is that I would adapt to meet my clients' needs. And in terms of meeting or in terms of...
Take your time. Let
me do back the part.
We can do back. Right? So how were you able to stay in business in the transportation industry that is basically male dominated in Guyana?
Tull's transportation services remain relevant by us having a structured professional service that is locally rooted. What we will do is adapt to meet the needs of our clients. We also have family and friends where we would reach out to in social media, and on that basis we're able to stay relevant.
I know that on the roads in Guyana, safety is something that is of paramount importance for a lot of people, and then we also have reliability and trust. How have you been able to maintain that?
The tagline for my business, Tull's Transportation Services, is safe and reliable. And what we would do, we would normally maintain our vehicles on a regular basis. In terms of reliability, we try to meet our clients before the time that is scheduled for them to leave. So we always stick to our tagline, safe and reliable transportation service.
What has been the feedback you received or you have been receiving from customers of your transportation service?
I have great feedbacks. I have many testimonials where persons were praising the service, they're praising the drivers, they're praising the cleanliness of the transportation, the reliability of the transportation, and the effectiveness of the service.
Now, after building your transportation business, you branched into jewelry. What motivated that move?
Oh, when I looked at the materials for this business, it just draws me in, right? The beads, the glass beads, they're so attractive. And I realized that if I can put these beads together, create something that would make women look so sophisticated, I decided to start that business.
So, how have customers responded to your jewelry?
I had great feedbacks. Great in a sense that I had repeated customers. Person would come and they would request unique pieces, and I would always make it available. Even if it's at the last minute, I try to meet their demand.
Now, we have quite a few pieces on display here. Could you explain to us those pieces and, what would have motivated you to create the piece?
For instance, let me show you this. When I looked at the different glass beads, I decided that if I put this bead with that bead, it would bring out sophistication. Any woman wearing these jewelry would feel elegant. They adorn themselves with elegance. It brings out that regalness in their everyday life. So I would sit and I will decide which bead to put with which bead and to bring out that elegance in.
How long would it take for you to create a piece?
It doesn't take long because that's something that I love doing. I just sit and I decide what I'm going to do for the day, which bead I'm going to use, and I put it together. And within, let's say, an hour or so, I can give you a set.
Oh.
If you require a necklace, a bracelet, and an earring, within an hour, I can produce that for you.
And it's easy for you to source the material in Guyana?
No, the material is not sourced in Guyana. The materials came from overseas.
Oh, nice. So how have you been able to balance these two different businesses?
At the moment, I don't have any clashes. Why? Because the jewelry is mostly when they have expos. That's when I would normally go out and put out my pieces and for sale. And the business, the transportation business, I have my relatives that would give me that great support.
How important is it, for women running these kinds of businesses to have support, to have a strong support system?
Very important, especially when it comes to the transportation aspect of it. It's very important.
So if you could sum up your entrepreneurial journey in 2 words, what would it be?
Dedication and application.
Nice. My last question. What message would you like to send to other women out there who are looking to start their own business?
I would say to persons, whether you're working or you're retired, what I would say to you, try to have a vision for what you would want your business to be. Right? You must apply yourself. And as long as you apply yourself and you keep going at it on a daily basis, you will be successful and able to produce whatever you want to create and become a successful entrepreneur.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bentick-Tull, for agreeing to speak with us. and congratulations on your
And
businesses.
thank you for having me. And I would like to say this is the Regal Radiance Gem. The logo for this business has been updated, and you would see the new logo alongside this, as well as the flyer for the Tulls Transportation Services has been updated. So thank you for having me again.
You're welcome. And that is it from us here at Business Inspire. So if you're looking for a transportation service or you're looking for a piece of jewelry, you know you can contact Mrs. Jacqueline Bentick-Tull. I'll give you an opportunity to see what your number is and your email address.
So you can contact me on 610-7655. That's my mobile number as well as my WhatsApp number. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and my email address is Tulls Transportation Services .gy.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bentick-Tull.
Thanks for having me again.
Welcome.